Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most famous US presidents and their major achievements. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more great content. Let's dive in. 10. John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy, the 35th president, served from January 20, 1961, to November 22, 1963. He is remembered for two major achievements: space race leadership. He set the ambitious goal of landing a man on the moon by the end of the 1960s. His vision led to the successful Apollo 11 mission in 1969, making Neil Armstrong the first human to walk on the moon. This achievement not only marked a significant technological and scientific milestone, but also established the U.S. as a leader in space exploration. Civil rights advocacy. Kennedy supported civil rights legislation and delivered a landmark speech in 1963, calling for an end to racial segregation and discrimination. His advocacy paved the way for the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which was passed after his assassination and became a cornerstone of American civil rights legislation. 9. Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson, the 36th president, served from November 22, 1963, to January 20, 1969. He is known for Great Society programs. Johnson launched a series of domestic programs aimed at eliminating poverty and racial injustice. Key initiatives included Medicare and Medicaid, which provided health care to the elderly and low-income individuals, and the Economic Opportunity Act, which created job training programs and community action agencies. Civil Rights Act of 1964. Johnson signed this landmark legislation, which prohibited discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. This act was a monumental step forward in the struggle for civil rights, leading to greater social and legal equality in the United States. 8. Dwight D. Eisenhower. The 34th president, Dwight D. Eisenhower, served from January 20, 1953, to January 20, 1961. He made significant contributions. Interstate highway system. Eisenhower initiated the construction of the U.S. interstate highway system, which revolutionized American infrastructure and travel. This vast network of highways facilitated commerce, improved national defense logistics, and transformed the American landscape, making long-distance travel faster and more accessible. Ending the Korean War. Eisenhower played a crucial role in negotiating an armistice, effectively ending the Korean War in 1953. His efforts brought peace to the Korean peninsula and ended a conflict that had caused significant loss of life and resources. 7. Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson, the 28th president, served from March 4, 1913, to March 4, 1921. He is notable for League of Nations. Wilson championed the creation of the League of Nations, a precursor to the United Nations, promoting international cooperation and peace after World War I. Although the U.S. did not join, the League laid the groundwork for future international organizations aimed at preventing global conflicts. Federal Reserve Act. Wilson established the Federal Reserve System in 1913, providing the U.S. with a more stable and secure banking system. The Federal Reserve played a crucial role in regulating the economy, managing inflation, and addressing financial crises. 6. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson, the third president, served from March 4, 1801, to March 4, 1809. He left a lasting legacy. Louisiana Purchase. Jefferson doubled the size of the United States by purchasing the Louisiana Territory from France in 1803. This acquisition expanded the nation's borders, provided vast natural resources, and opened new opportunities for westward expansion. Authoring the Declaration of Independence. Jefferson was the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, a foundational document declaring America's independence from Britain. His eloquent expression of the principles of liberty and equality has had a lasting impact on democratic movements worldwide. 5. Harry S. Truman. The 33rd president, Harry S. Truman, served from April 12, 1945, to January 20, 1953. He is remembered for Marshall Plan. Truman helped rebuild Europe after World War II with the Marshall Plan, providing over $12 billion in economic assistance to help European nations recover. This initiative not only revitalized European economies but also strengthened political stability and countered the spread of communism. Desegregation of the armed forces. Truman issued an executive order in 1948 to desegregate the U.S. military, marking a significant step toward civil rights. This order ended racial segregation in the armed forces and set a precedent for further integration and equality in American society. 4. Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th president, served from September 14, 1901, to March 4, 1909. He made his mark with Panama Canal. Roosevelt facilitated the construction of the Panama Canal, a monumental engineering project that connected the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. The canal significantly shortened maritime trade routes, boosting global commerce and enhancing U.S. strategic naval capabilities. Conservation efforts. Roosevelt established numerous national parks, forests, and monuments, preserving America's natural beauty for future generations. His conservation efforts laid the foundation for the modern environmental movement and ensured the protection of millions of acres of wilderness. 3. Franklin D. Roosevelt. The 32nd president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, served from March 4, 1933, to April 12, 1945. He led the country through challenging times. New Deal programs. FDR implemented a series of programs to combat the Great Depression, providing jobs and relief to millions of Americans. Key initiatives included the Social Security Act, which established pensions for the elderly and unemployment insurance, and the Works Progress Administration, WPA, which created millions of jobs through public works projects. World War II leadership. FDR guided the U.S. through most of World War II, leading the Allies to victory. His leadership during the war helped shape the post-war world order and established the U.S. as a global superpower. 2. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president, served from March 4, 1861, to April 15, 1865. He is celebrated for Emancipation Proclamation. Lincoln issued this historic document in 1863, declaring all slaves in Confederate states free. This pivotal action paved the way for the abolition of slavery and redefined the nation's commitment to human rights and equality. Preserving the Union. Lincoln led the nation through the Civil War, preserving the Union and setting the stage for Reconstruction. His leadership during the war ensured that the United States remained a single, unified nation and laid the groundwork for healing and rebuilding. 1. George Washington. George Washington, the first president, served from April 30, 1789, to March 4, 1797. He laid the foundation for the nation with Founding Father. Washington played a pivotal role in the American Revolutionary War, leading the Continental Army to victory and securing American independence. He also presided over the Constitutional Convention, where the U.S. Constitution was drafted, establishing the framework for the new nation's government. First president, Washington set many precedents for the executive office, including the tradition of a peaceful transfer of power. His leadership established the principles of a democratic government and set the standard for future presidents, ensuring the stability and continuity of the American Republic. And there you have it, the top 10 most famous U.S. presidents and their major achievements. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating history content. Thanks for watching.